that we had. So traditionally, the British Interplanetary Society holds that conference around that time in October and November, October or November. Anyway, I'll put the link to it in the chat if that's all right, if you're interested. I'm not here
Which
specifically to sell the
country?
conference.
Which city or which country is he holding?
It's called Reinventing Space. It was started some years ago in the United States, and then the gentleman who had started it got to a certain age where he said he could no longer run it single-handed. So, in fact, he asked us at the British Interplanetary Society whether we would like it. And yeah, we nearly ripped his arm off and saying yes. So we've been running it now for yeah, it's the 22nd, but I think it's the 14th that we've been running now. So anyway, yeah, if I don't want to take up your time with this, but I'll put the link to it in the chat if that's all right with you, Adriano.
Sorry, just a moment because I was doing
Busy.
something else. Yes, I think it would be a nice thing to put the announcement of that conference in our website and our social channels. So if Steve, if you can put in the chat the main the
Copy that.
yeah, the references of that, we can make a communication on
Will
uh,
do.
on Facebook, on LinkedIn, and everywhere.
Fantastic. Thank you very much indeed. And it's being held in London again, this time at the Royal Aeronautical Society. So if you know that premises, then you'll know just how really nice a venue that is in central London in Hyde Park. Anyway, I'll put the link in the chat.
Okay, great. So I think, yeah, in 1 minute we can start. As you can imagine, my main point is the organization for the Congress. We need a volunteer team to manage several tasks that we will be going to develop in the next month before July next year. And so I hope we can put together a task force to manage this at least some of these points, because uh, everything on my shoulder, it will be too heavy. Also considering, yes, considering the previous experience in 2021, organization of the Third Congress, it was really a big thing and very, very heavy. And so I hope that we can at least share some of the tasks. Well, who is there? Susan also? Susan?
Yes, I'm here. Hi.
Hello, Susan. Hi.
Hello.
Good. And we also have our last joined member, that is Soumya Swayamiyoti. Sorry for not
Yes,
pronouncing correctly your
no
name.
problem. You can call me Swayam. Hello, you can call me Swayam.
Swayam, okay. Swayam, great. So yeah, it's simpler.
Okay. So
Excellent.
I met Professor Barnhard Foing on Monday and Tuesday,
Yes.
and he recommended to me over dinner that about space for an answer, and I would be really interested in the forum, and I would also like to help you organize this conference, for which like you'll be working for the next 1 month. So please count me in as a volunteer.
Thank you. Thank you very much. No, in the reality, our Congress is the fourth World Congress of SRI, and will take place in 2026, end of June, beginning of July. The dates are a little bit fluid by the moment, but however, we have in mind a virtual Congress, not in person, and that will be a little bit smaller organizational effort, but however, there are a lot of things to be done even for a virtual Congress. And I will try to give you an idea now what we need and what we will try to do. Yes, so I think we
Sure.
can start right now, and I will share something. I hope so. Yes. So share. Okay, better to share the window and not the application, because then I can show other things in the same sharing. Let me go back one moment and share again. Okay, screen 2, perfect. So, okay, so this is can you read it enough, or have to zoom a little bit more?
Yeah, I can read it. Oh, that's better. Thank you.
Okay. So, okay, so here we can have a look, an overview, and it is also possible that some key point is forgotten. So we will also try to add maybe some points in this list. However, we have to take care of the invitations, a large invitation to the call for papers, people to register to the Congress, and to submit their abstracts for papers, congressional papers. Also, we have to make a list of keynote speakers that, yeah, we will give them the floor for a short speech, plenary speech in the first day, and yeah, everybody knows what is required to the keynote speakers. Then we have to take care of the marketing, so continuous promotion on social networks and media. We have to seek for corporate sponsors. We have to seek for patronage by the space agencies and possibly universities. We have to try to get some media partners, maybe some of the main kids headings of Space News. So Space News, Space.com, Space Daily, and other, and YouTubers also. It would be great if we can make an agreement with some YouTuber, because some YouTuber have some thousands of followers, and they can be very useful for our campaign. Then we will make preliminary webinars, about 16 webinars between October 2025 and June 2026. So more or less 2 webinars per month. Then I'm planning to send newsletters around, at least 1 per month and maybe more. We have to come up with some promotional statements and slogans. We have some of these things, and I will show you now on the website. By the way, the website also is something that we have to manage and to update and to put news on it and so on. And we have a dedicated website for the Congress. And we will have to think to create an electoral committee to take care of the president candidates, the board director candidates, and to check the membership voting rights with the members that have regularly paid their yearly fees and have the right to vote. In the last day, we will have votation for the president and the board and final resolution of the Congress. So this is what I was able to think also basing on my past experience of the past congresses that we made in 2011, 2016, and 2021. Of course, a great thing would be to have one person for each of these activities, one responsible, one manager, let's call it as we like. The invitations manager should take care of creating an as larger as possible list of people to be invited, emails, and so on. A responsible of social networks and media should take care of continuously post not each day, but almost each day, to post something on our channels on FB, on LinkedIn, and Instagram, X, it was Twitter, now is X, and so on. We might also have one person, one responsible, seeking for corporate sponsors and for patronages. Maybe it could be the same person doing these two very important things. Well, not having an in-person conference, our expense for the Congress will be lower, of course, because if we had an in-person conference, we should put together at least 10,000 euros to manage everything, the catering for 5 days, etc., etc. But we renounced to do that for several reasons. We discussed in the board, and the main reasons to go only virtual is the first thing that we don't have. Not in Italy, not in Germany, not in the UK, not in France, an organizational staff, a local organizational staff that can take care of finding a location, go there, discuss, make agreements, all these kinds of things, and then to manage the organization, the local organization in the location. These are very heavy things to be done. We made it in 2022 in Berlin at the Archenhold Observatory. It was a very nice festival. It was not a congress, but it was a science and art festival. But we had the local stuff. We had Sabine Heinz that took care of everything in the local situation. And
one thing, where in your patronage, where is the Chinese organizations?
Yes, of course, the CNSA. You're right. You are right. CNSAs.
Yes, that's good.
Of course, ILRS, because we are also member of ILRS. They accepted our proposal. We proposed to both to Artemis and to ILRS, and Artemis never replied, but ILRS replied, and we are now an observer organization inside the SEL, that is the, let me say, the technical, scientific part of that coalition of the ILRS. Okay. So yeah, of course, even the website, if some of us is skilled to manage WordPress and HTML, then it could be that could be very, very useful because that will relieve a little bit myself from the management of everything. At least the website could be if we have someone having skills in HTML and WordPress CRM management, then it could be useful. Okay, preliminary webinars. Yeah, now I will show you something. First of all, I will show you the website. So we have somebody entering here. Cheryl. I think Cheryl should be Cheryl Gallagher, right? Hello, Cheryl.
Yes, hi. Sorry I'm late.
Okay.
Last time I looked at my watch, it was 1:30, and I was like, "Oh, I've got to get on that meeting in half an hour." And I just looked at my watch again, so I apologize.
Okay, very well. I think you can see that I'm sharing the list of the tasks that we have for the organization of our Congress of next year. And I was just scrolling this list and then saying something for each one. And I was going to show you the website, the dedicated website. Just a moment, I have to take back. Okay. Okay. Momento. Momento. Yeah. No. Perché non si incolla? No, perché forse non l'ho copiato. Ok, adesso ci siamo. So I have the list of all participants because it's not always easy to understand who participated from the recorded materials. However,
Mhm.
yes, I was trying to present our website. That's here. This is the dedicated website. As you can see, we have an header picture made by Adobe Express artificial tool, intelligence tool, and it's not such a nice picture. So the first thing I would, yeah, I forgot it in my list. In my list is a call to artists
Yeah.
to provide a better header pictures, nice pictures for the header and other pages. What
That's probably actually one of the areas where I can help you the most is some of the visuals for these graphics, like
that's
for the website,
that's
and
great.
maybe get it to be not static. I don't
Excellent.
know if people care about that, but what you have there, is kind of the current style. That's what you see on websites these days. It's usually very flat like that. But I could do something a little bit more, cinematic if you'd like
Yes,
for an
definitely.
opening page.
Even not only if we can also produce a short video, it would be
Yeah,
make reels and things like that, that would
yeah,
be.
yeah. That would be where I don't know if I would fit in the categories. I guess sort of the media area that you have on your
So
categories. I could work on that area, but also providing some of the
excellent.
who's doing the what is this platform for constructing the website?
Is WordPress. WordPress.
Okay, all right. Is there
Uh,
someone is there do you have a dedicated web person for that?
Yes, it would be wonderful if we have a webmaster that can work on the website and
Like I'm not as I should be
okay.
experienced on WordPress. I could do WordPress, I guess. I do website work with other, on other platforms. But what at a minimum, what I would be able to provide, if there's someone who's better at WordPress than I am,
Well, okay.
is that, I mean, WordPress isn't hard. I could probably figure it out. But I could definitely provide some, as we get, do the themes like quality of life, Earth and beyond, like start constructing themes that, like video themes that do
Well,
that. We can
of
be
course,
putting some of that together.
there are some small thing that I used to write in HTML inside the pages, like the
Yeah, we're not coding.
yeah,
Don't
leader,
forget that.
but very leader coding, just the size of the font and the justification that here. Okay, here is not applied the justification, but however, justification or something that can be solved with
Oh,
the
bless you.
one only statement in the beginning, div styling specification is very easy.
Mm-hmm.
However, okay, here's the call for papers, and
Mm-hmm.
all the symposia are described, and the sessions, symposia and sessions. So we have a Congress thesis symposium,
So
and
what you're needing right now is an announcement to like call for papers for it. Like
yes,
a little something, something, like 30
it would
seconds,
be
nothing anybody has to watch.
it would be great. It would be great also to have some small pictures near each symposium to make it a little bit more attractive, a little bit more,
Hmm.
and so on. Steve?
Adriano, yes, could you please give us the actual URL for this
Of
website?
course, sure.
Either put it in the chat or put it up on the screen now, please.
By the way, in 2 weeks from now, I'm going to launch a major world operation, a piece of cake thing to develop the Apollo-Soyuz spirit, which may be essential to how will that fit in, I don't know.
Yeah, of course. Yes, Apollo is a good remembering, and also we celebrated the Apollo Soyuz anniversary, 50 years,
Yeah.
a couple of months ago, and this is one of our references because of about the collaboration and friendship in space, and the tradition of space for peace and collaboration, and all these kind of things. Therefore, definitely yes, that would be great. Um, okay, so here you see the sessions. Of course, the symposiums and the sessions are based on our committees, on the Space Renaissance Academy committees. So we have Living in Space, we have Space Tech and Industry, we have a Space Habitat session, and the Target Young Generation, and so on. And even the science fiction and future narrative, that I'm taking care of that, and with Robert Katz. And yeah, Robert is not here, but probably is trying to do something near the UN 80th General Assembly.
Where do we address the space industry? The industry people.
Yes, space industry is addressed here, space technology and industry. And so the chairs are Werner, Alberto, and Gary. So yeah, I think Gary is not a surprise for you, I hope. We discussed that a couple of months ago.
I'm sure it's a conspiracy, Adriano.
Yes,
Okay.
definitely.
Trying to put me to work is much better than building a gallows for me. So
Okay, great. Yes, as you see, the initial statement is comes from your preferred concept that industrialized Geruna space is a call to action more than an administrative trivia.
Uh, Adriano, I have a brief aside that's actually relevant. I wrote an abstract the other day and looked at the first paragraph and said, this may not be in English, okay, but it actually says what I'm talking about. Uh, Absolutely on point. So I put it into the Google uh, search that's linked to their Gemini natural language model and asked whether or not it was reasonable. And it came back in such a effusively positive manner. It occurred to me that we've managed to create systems that are actually the embodiment of confirmation bias.
Right.
It so desperately tried to agree with me, okay,
Mhm.
that it was incredulous, even if it was right. Okay. The notion that, part of what we have to do is be able to maintain the ability to question our own judgment and yet still preserve the ability to act. It's that dynamic
Of course.
that enables us to learn, discern, and make better choices. And this is something that we've got to be mindful of going forward because it is astounding, what we've created in those regards.
Mhm.
Yeah. By the way, yes. So please check the abstracts and the list of topics that we are proposing and make your comments and your proposal of improvement, of course. Yes, I know that using artificial intelligence is very dangerous because artificial intelligence say yes to anything you ask her and doesn't it doesn't even think about questioning something or trying to show you some other perspective with respect to what you are saying. Therefore, but of course, no, uh, well, I have not used artificial intelligence to shape the abstracts. And by the way, some abstracts also came from the elaboration of the chairs that are the responsible the chairs of the committees, of course. Uh, However, okay, so this is the website. Of course, in the website we have a registration. We have a registration form that well, the registrations, the forms are made in the main Space Renaissance website, just because over there we have a professional license of this plugin, the contact CP contact form with PayPal, and so it's easier to make the forms over there and not in the other websites. That's always a little bit tricky to connect everything with the APIs and all of these kind of things. So it's a software reason. So yeah, this is the registration form. As you see, we decided to charge a very low fee with respect with all the other do. We only ask for 25 euros for the members and 50 euros for the non-members. But to the non-members, we grant membership for 1 year. So then if they want to remain, they will have to subscribe a new membership. Steve?
Yeah, just a small suggestion. You might like to put the dates of the Congress up the top of the form. It doesn't actually show the dates as far
Yes,
as I can see.
yes. You're right. Let me take a small note.
Sorry, I'm not trying to complicate things. I just thought for anyone who clicks on that,
No,
they're
but
thinking, when is this
you know,
Congress?
it's a work in progress. Eh? Of course,
Yeah.
the bugs to
I
be
think I
corrected.
think having the information like the date information keeps people from having to go back.
Yeah.
Anytime you have to, you don't want them to leave that page.
Mhm.
Yes.
So I think
However,
it's a great suggestion.
yes, the information should be everywhere, not only not only in the homepage. Of course, in the homepage we have the information is
There it is. Yeah.
30 June to 5 July. Well, to 4 July, this is wrong because oh my God.
We
Okay,
are but human, Adriano.
of course.
If we'd left it up to AI, it would have got it perfect. Well, who knows? Who knows?
Good. Um, so, okay, then we also have a abstract submission form, and this is dynamic because if you choose, for instance, the first symposium, you have the two sessions that belong to that symposium. If you choose the second one, you have three sessions. If you choose the third one, you have four sessions, and so on. So when you choose one symposium, you can choose one of the sessions of that symposium. And of course, you can also jump to the call for paper description where you can see the abstracts and everything, and the list of topics and so on. Um, well, so you can upload your abstract, a file, maximum 2000 characters, including blanks, a bio, uh, and one picture of yourself. And yeah, you have to accept that you will upload your paper, your full paper, within the 31st of May, and that you have to register to the Congress. And okay, it's not already done, but I have to correct also this. Uh, okay,
Oh,
let me
sorry.
take.
Can I suggest one other thing, Adriano? If you
Yes.
go back to that page, the word I think is not
Just,
within, it is
just,
by.
just let
Yeah,
me
yeah, yeah.
take a note. Correct. By submitting abstract and also registering. No, that is not true. Have to register with proper form. Okay, great.
Adriano.
Yes, back to
Yeah,
the.
you say abstracts to be submitted within 31st of May. It should be by 31st of May, I think you'll find.
Okay. Okay, not within, but by. Okay,
Yes.
thank you. Thank
Or
you.
deadline is 31st of May.
Yes, yes.
Sorry, I'm not wishing to be finicky, but
Yeah.
and take out within.
Okay.
Okay.
Then, okay, the name, email, country, and co-authors, if any. And then you can click here and submit your abstract. So these are the main forms that we have. By the way, okay, this is on the Congress website because here we don't have financial transactions. Therefore, the normal plugin works properly when no PayPal payment is involved. Okay, registrations, home, about, Congress, thesis and papers. Yes, this is is a general. No, it's not that. Okay. No, frequently asked papers and speeches. Okay, so this is a tutorial, let me say, saying all what you can do. Upload your abstract and use this form. Okay, upload your bio, format your paper. There we have templates for Windows and for Oddity format. And so people can, okay, have their templates, how to format the paper. And also templates for the PowerPoint presentation with format 14.3 and 16.9. Okay, so then what we have, okay, also a form to present, to upload the presentation. Okay. And also to present video presentation, because sometimes some speaker is not comfortable to be there in live, but can send a video for the presentation. What else? Full paper upload, paper presentation confirmation, students art. Okay, students. Yes, we have a connection with the ethos program. Expand Humanity into Outer Space, Jewell's program. This is managed by Gani Malotaibi and Maria Mokarzel. And we decided that this context we go together with the Congress, and the pricing of the winner team will be during the Congress. So we will have some dedicated webinars for mentors to the participants and so on. This is and at the end there will be a prize of about I think €1,000 for the winner, and helping to participate to the next year IAC in Antalya, Turkey. As we are doing this year, because the winner of the 2024 ethos competition is receiving €1,000 contribution to participate in Sydney to the IAC. Steve?
Yeah, just to ask, as regards the student element of this Congress, is there inclusion for students from the SEDS program, the Students for the Exploration and Development of Space?
Well, we will try to expand the invitation as large as possible.
Okay.
Therefore, very welcome if we have connections with some students' organization to expand the invitation to the organization, also to SGAC, that are very big presence in the young generation worldwide.
Sure.
In the university, of course, the ISU University and
Yes.
Kepler Space University and all the.
But do you know about, for instance, the UK branch, UK SEDS? Do you know about them?
I heard about, but I don't know if probably we have some contact, but it will be very useful to
Yeah. No,
use.
we support them as much as we can in the BIS, and we attend their annual conference. They are a very impressive group. I can't say for the other countries because I don't know them. I know SEDS Italy have only just got started within the last couple of years. They had a bit of a false start about 10 years ago, but now I think they're starting to get organized. But UK SEDS has been going for quite a few years now. And as I say, they organize their own professional annual conference, typically with 600 delegates and another 200 on the waiting list. And they get all the big
Very big.
sponsors in, major keynote speakers, etc., etc. So I would definitely recommend that you take a look at them and possibly the other SEDS organizations. But if you want student involvement in this for attendance and or presenting papers, then I would highly recommend you be in contact with them.
Yes, but you have contacts with them, I think.
Yes, because we also sponsor a couple of students going forward to present papers at the IAC. So yeah, we've, for instance, sorry to harp on about this other conference, the Reinventing Space conference that we run every year. We have a students' day whereby it's a parallel session, but a lot of the major speakers of that day, when they're not speaking to the main conference, then they are speaking to the students in the other room. And also there's networking opportunities, etc. So anyway, that I'm just saying that's the learning curve that we've been going through in the BIS. So all of what you're presenting here is very familiar. Anyway, I just thought I'd mention it because if you want student involvement, I would, as I say, definitely recommend you be in touch with UK SEDS or other SEDS organizations. It did, in fact, start in the United States many years ago, and then they formulated their own branch in the UK, as I say. But anyway, I can send you links if you want,
Okay,
or put it
thank you.
in the chat.
Yes.
I'm thinking, where do we have a YouTube channel?
Special Essence, you mean? Our YouTube channel? Yes.
Yeah, for our contact, yes.
Yes, it is very simple. Is at Space Renaissance. If you go on YouTube and you digit that, you will go there. Just a moment, I will show you. YouTube.
Ogni azienda in crescita affronta le stesse sfide, hanno dell'efficienza lavorativa, scadenze non rispettate.
Che due palle. Ok. You see, this is our channel. We have 170 subscribers. We have more than 408 videos and several playlists. Yeah, all our committees.
I'll put that link in the chat as well, Adriano, if you want.
Yes, sure.
Yes, I've got it already up on my screen, so I'll put that straight in the chat.
By the way, in these days, I am trying to promote our channel because we are not far. We are not far from the threshold that we can become eligible for getting money from publicity, and that will be very important because yeah, we have passed the 1,000 followers, and this is the first thing, first requirement. But the second requirement is that we have to have 4,000 hours of watching time during the last 365 days, so the last year. And we are less than 3,000. Therefore, we are not very far from that, and it would be enough to accelerate a little bit the promotion, maybe to get that point. I put it in the chat here. Yes, having yeah, one of the skills that I'm looking. not only for the Congress, in general, is a skilled person in YouTube and Google.
Bon.
Yes.
I'm going to launch Piece of Cake worldwide on the 4th of October. If that is on Space Renaissance, there will be thousands of people connected to Space Renaissance Piece of Cake.
Okay, so you want me to make a live streaming on our channel of that event?
Yes, that will be thousands of people connected, and if we have in the webinars coming soon a Piece of Cake webinar, there will be thousands of people in many countries, in many languages, coming to YouTube.
Yeah, that is wonderful. Which is the date of this launch?
4th of October with the World Space Week.
Bang on.
4 October.
Yep, 4th to the 10th of October is World Space Week.
And I'm going to make a big announcement on the 4th of October.
Okay, but
to promote the Apollo-Soyuz spirit worldwide.
Great, but your event will be the 4th October or will be later and you will announce it the 4th of October?
Oh, it will be announced worldwide on the 4th of October.
4th of October. Well, so let me check the calendar if this is not conflicted with any other thing. Okay, let me see the calendar. 4th of October, September, October.
So the idea is to ask people in the whole world.
It's a Saturday, right?
Yeah, and the idea is to have people, individuals in the whole world, to make in their own kitchen cakes in the shape of the Apollo-Soyuz docking system. Like yes.
So listen.
We made a cake with Elaine Collins for her birthday last November. And that's where the idea started, Piece of Cake.
Listen,
c'est du gâteau. Piece of cake. It's a piece of cake. It's easy.
What I need from you is an abstract because I have to create the event. Okay? On YouTube.
Yeah, I will send you and Werner and Gary and Alberto. I will send you tomorrow or in the next few days.
Yeah, great.
I'm preparing that with the French champion of pastry.
Good, and also a short bio of your.
Yep, sure.
Good. Who will be speaking in this event? You and William LeMay, maybe someone else.
It's Le Veneur, who is a French champion of pastry.
Okay, great. Excellent.
So we ask people to make cakes that will remind of the Apollo-Soyuz cake we made for the birthday of Elaine Collins, who is the American space woman, and she is an astronaut, cosmonaut, because she came to reunion because she was a student of Vladimir Siromyatnikov when he was in California making the APAS docking system for the American space shuttle. So Vladimir was the Lenin Prize in 95. He was American Engineer of the Year, and that's so it's going to be people in the whole world do in your kitchen and tell people around you that if we go into the Apollo-Soyuz spirit, all the industry people in America, in Russia, in China, in India, everywhere, instead of making war material, if they go in the Apollo-Soyuz spirit, they can build the first space big stations like Jerry and everything. That's all what we are doing. So piece of cake is a very important project.
Okay, great. I'm sorry that I was going around in the same time to the calendar of our webinars, because while we are here, we can understand who of us can maybe. Okay, the calendar.
By the way, I'll give you the calendar of piece of cake. I will ask people by the 18th of November to send a picture of their cakes and their recipe in their own languages. And before the end of the year, in December, we'll select the best recipe to make an internet book of the piece of cake. And
so good. Now, what we have here is a calendar of the webinars that are already confirmed. So we will have Jerrystone the 29th of September with Island Zero updated. Okay, Bill Diamond search for extraterrestrial life was already scheduled before the beginning of the Congress. Werner Grandel, the 13th of October, will give Lagrange factory and geolunar space industrialization. Joe Pelton will talk about the protection from radiation in space on Earth and Moon and Mars, the 20th of October. The 3 November, we will have food production in space by Thomas Matula. And Susan will present space pharmacology and medicine, the 24th of November. And Frank White, okay, we don't know the title so far, but he will communicate it soon. We will have a space solar power by John Mankins that will be invited by Ghanim Al-Otaibi. But maybe we can also proceed to talk with John through your contact, Gary, because I know that he always participates to the Kepler Space University meetings, and so we are more or less in contact. So it will be better to, because Ghanim is not very much active in this moment because he has some family troubles. important family troubles. Therefore, if we want to have John Mankins, maybe we have to invite.
I have no problem. I have no problem. I talk with John I'm communicating with him on at least a weekly basis.
Okay, great. So, well, so we can invite him.
Could we have a Space Renaissance webinar piece of cake beginning of December?
So not the 4th of October, or you mean another one?
Oh, it could be on the 4th of October.
So we will have the first one, the 4th of October, and the second.
But I would prefer, that's my announcement, but I would prefer that we have a Space Renaissance webinar beginning of December.
Okay, good. Yes. Just a moment. So Gary Barnhard to invite John Mankins to talk on space-based solar power.
Yeah, the AI, if all goes well, the IAA, NSS Space Solar Power report will be out of peer review.
Okay. So the piece of cake webinar will be early December, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. We can say that okay, it can be the first during the first week of December, however.
Yes, that would be good.
We have Frank White, we have John Mankins, Frank White the 1st of December, John Mankins 8th, provided that he is available in that date, but okay. Barnhard for the end of the year party, the 15th of December. So we already have 3 meet, but it is also possible that maybe Frank White will prefer to go a little bit later, maybe in January or February. So we can use the 1st of December for that. But however, okay, I will arrange dates. Never mind. Even if we have two webinars in 1 week, it is not a problem. Important is the quality that we can put on the air for our Congress. And okay, so this is then Gary, you would like to
Okay, if you give me a date now, I could put that in my announcement.
A date now, let me see.
For the Space Renaissance webinar.
So, okay, let's say that is the 1st of January, sorry, the 1st of December. And since Frank didn't give me his title yet, so I will talk to him, asking him if for him it's the same to do it in January. That in January we only have 1 webinar so far. Therefore, we can also have a Frank webinar, for instance, the 19th of January. Okay, so let's say the 1st of January.
That's too late.
Not January, the 1st December.
1st December would be fine.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll get ready for that.
Reschedule Frank. Oh, Jim is joining. Reschedule Frank White to January. What I said, 15? No, don't remember. $19.
Or 19th of December would be fine also.
For you, you mean for you 9 or 19 of December. But I think we already have other things.
Ah, but for 1st of December for the webinar would be fine.
Uh, you see, the 9 we have a space policy committee. The 16 we have a space habitats committee, and the 19. Okay, 19 is a Friday. Normally we don't place anything in Friday, but if you
Okay, but what day is the 1st of December?
is a Monday.
Monday.
Would that be okay? That would be 1st of December would be best for me.
Okay, great. Let's do it the 1st of December.
Okay, so it's all set for me.
Molto bene, deciso. Gary, you would like to hold a webinar as well?
Well, I've gone through and I put into the chat 4 different things that I'd be pleased to talk about. And we can pick one or none or all 4 of them or however it makes sense. I have abstracts for all of them.
You have you mean okay? So these are your possible topic: Oasis, spaceware, space squared.
Yeah. I'll send you I'll send you abstracts on all of them. I just got a call just as we spoke. So
it's up to you. If you want to present one of these things, you know that you have 1 hour for your lecture.
Yeah. What I would present one thing. Okay. Your choice. Okay. I'll provide the abstracts and let's see what fills out the program best.
So I think we already have.
Excuse me for a second.
I'm sorry. I have to kill the audio for a moment, Adriano.
Sorry, we already had your okay telephone. Okay, while we wait for Gary, Steve, would you like to hold a webinar?
No, I'm I'm no good at managing stuff like that. The best I can possibly do towards this Congress is possibly retweeting or tweeting some stuff on X. That's what I do. That's one of my many hats that I do in the BIS is also on the social media side, but as an assistant, not the person who's actually running it. So I've been on X for a few years now. So I tend to put out announcements on X for the BIS on their account. We have someone else who's doing LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, etc. She's more au fait with those. I'm only really familiar with X.
Okay, great. So we can say that you are our manager for social platform.
I wouldn't say manager, no.
Okay.
Not with the other. As vice president of the BIS, I've got a hell of a lot on my plate already. But at least I can help with getting messages out for the Congress, for webinars that are coming out soon, etc. If you give me the calendar,
fantastic, fantastic. Okay, Gary is back. I think we already had your excellent webinar on Oasis some months ago. So I think that it would be better to choose one of the other topics. What is space? Where are the suite, the astronautics astronaut suite?
Actually, it's a it is a mission development initiative for providing a means of dealing with transitioning between different gravity environments, as well as adaptation to the same. We've struck a deal with a company out of Germany and now the United States that builds an electromuscular stimulation suit matched with kinetic fabrics. And the idea is that this isn't, they've met success in the exercise market and fitness market, but the idea that this could not just be for exercise, but could be, everyday wear in a space environment. It has already been, there's both anecdotal and clinical trial evidence that it makes a material difference with respect to muscle mass and bone density. The sort of the inside joke is that from Star Trek, Deanna Troi in Seven of Nine may have been, with respect to their costumes, they may have had it closer to being right than
Okay, I
anybody
think
realized.
that would be very
Okay.
interesting, and I think Susan is listening very attentively to what you're saying.
So we've got a series of both medical doctors and veterinarians and technologists that are involved. And right now we're standing up what amounts to being a training and orientation study to basically show that there is a wide array of demographics that can deal with the suits in a reasonable manner, okay, and that are in different states with respect to their health journeys. And we want to be able to set up the evidence to be able to take this, to NASA and other, commercial, entities that are involved, with astronauts and say, listen,
Okay, that's
we have this shared data from across a wide range of demographics. There seems to be proven validity in terms of the effectivity of what's going on here. We want to marry that with a what amounts to being a near real-time state model, so that of your initially of your cardiovascular system and your electromusculature system, so that you basically expose a reasonable interface to the wearer so that they can see where they're starting from, what's happening while they're exercising, while they're engaged in activities, and what's the trail off effect.
I see. I'm sorry.
And so
Can
it's,
you?
it
That's
has some
very interesting.
real possibilities.
Can you just give a very short abstract of the other two possibilities that are space
Oh,
squared?
sure. I can, I'll send that. But the space squared is, looking at an end-to-end integrated microgrid controller for dispatchable power. And it's, again, both a modeling capability and a means for implementing shared control between humans, robots, and advanced autonoma. And the third one is looking at it from the standpoint of how it is that you manage that, what happens when you want to go and actually implement that framework. What do you have to do to make shared control work? Not just for normal operations, but for when things go wrong and for when actors go rogue, whether or not they be human, robots, or advanced autonoma
I see. Okay,
combination.
so we are not we don't have to choose now. Yeah,
No, right. I just
Send,
my point is I want to be useful, Adriano.
yeah, please share your abstracts and then we will put. But maybe what we can do now is to choose a date if possible.
Okay, I would like to not commit to anything before January.
No, of course we cannot.
So send me a proposal. I don't the rest of this year I don't have figured out.
Well, January. Okay, we will have Amalie Sinclair as at UN Couples,
Okay,
and,
great.
and
So how about wait, February, whatever.
we
Pick
can.
a date that works well and we'll work it out.
It could be the 26th of January if you like.
Sure, we can tentatively put that there and let's see what we can do.
Okay, let's
Okay?
say let's say the 26th. Okay, that's fine. Who else is here? Cheryl. Maybe Cheryl, you would like to hold a webinar. What do you think?
Can you hear me?
Yes?
Okay, good. Um, yeah, I'll be happy to do that. I am in the middle of coming to France for like coming within the next couple of weeks, coming to France and staying for a while. So I need to get through that transition. But when were you thinking about wanting to do a webinar?
Uh, Maybe February could be a good time. Let me
Yeah,
check.
that's probably a good time.
So, okay, in February we have two webinars. We can have a third one, maybe the 9th of
Well,
February.
if you don't need one in February, you could put me somewhere else.
Let me
I mean,
check.
if you're looking for, it sounds like you're looking for speakers. So
In
you don't
in
need to fill up a schedule if that's your normal schedule. You could just put me
in
somewhere
March,
else.
in March we have nothing so far.
Okay.
In March, the 2nd of March,
It's probably okay. On a Sunday? Oh, wait, up this
right,
25. Hold on.
Monday.
Second, it's Monday. Okay.
Okay.
Um, could we, do you only do it on Mondays? That's when you do it? The
Uh,
webinars are on Mondays?
yes, just a moment. I will just take a note here. Uh, Cherry
Because
Gallagher.
one thing about the month of March is that that's when a lot of family vacations for the winter happen, like the spring and the whatever.
Do you already
I
have
guess it doesn't matter.
an idea of the title, your title?
No, you just asked me now. I'm going to have to think about it, but I'll come up with something cool, you know. But I'll get it to you soon. I'll have to think about what is current and people would be interested in from the my department.
Yeah, you can go and see the call for papers. I think I don't know, maybe in the field of living in space, the beautiness of
Hmm.
environments, something like that
Yes.
can
Yeah,
inspire.
definitely going to, I can definitely talk to
You
about
know, we
that.
are talking about the quality of life in space,
Hmm.
uh,
Yeah.
a very
So
broad
are we
thing.
talking about what I would be doing, what I would be talking about at the conference, at the Congress, or what I would be talking about just in between as part of the lecture series? Are
Well,
they're not the same thing, right?
you are free. You can choose the same thing if you want to submit. Of course, if you want to submit an abstract for the Congress, you can choose among the topics that we suggest for
Yeah,
this
I saw that.
session.
Yeah.
If you want to develop the same topic in your lecture, think about that you will have 1 hour in the lecture. In the Congress
Right.
presentation, only 10 minutes, probably maximum 15 minutes. So the lecture webinar lecture is a larger time that you
Right.
can.
Okay. Well, then, so we can consider that we could talk about the quality of life
Good. So
culturally in space and like in our environments and then expand. I'll write the abstract such that it can be expanded for the Congress.
Okay, great. Thank you very much. Now,
No, thank you.
who is
Happy to
here?
help.
Okay, Susan, we already have a scheduled webinar by Susan. Gui, we said. Jim, would you like to hold a webinar, Jim?
Yeah, sorry, I missed. I didn't have this meeting on my schedule. I don't know why, but um, uh, I'll give it some thought. Any particular area of focus you'd recommend?
Well, yeah, I said the same thing. Go on the cover papers, scroll down and see the different topics and see if something inspire you, something
Okay,
inspiring for you, and then you can send me your proposal.
okay.
Okay, and for the dates, we go from March and on.
You're going to march on?
Yeah. Yes, I'm going to March. No, from the month, the month of
Oh,
March and on. Yeah, we already have occupied the slot of the 2nd of March, so the other Mondays are still free so far on the other Mondays of March. Okay. So let's think about March and send me your proposal for a title.
okay.
Okay, great. So let's go back to the list of the points. And now I will try to see. Well, Steve said he will be contributing to the social networks. So Steve is here. Invitations. Does anybody of us want to contribute to the list of contacts for invitation, for making invitations? We already have, just a moment to see, we already have, but where is it? It's here, invitations. Okay, so we already have a list of about 82, but also a bigger list, just to send in them the link of the call for papers and inviting them to present an abstract.
Can I'd like to make make a suggestion for contributing, but I do have to ask the organizations for their permission. So if I go away, do that, they give me permission, or they don't, then I come back with the people up for the email list. Will that work?
Okay, that's great.
Okay.
That's very, very
I have
good.
to ask permission. It's not my organization.
Okay.
I just work here, as they say in the US. Anyway, yeah. So I'll ask if it's okay, and if so, then I'll come
Yeah.
back with some addresses.
Thank you very much. And of course, any of us, if you want to contribute list of emails to be added to the big list, that would be very, very welcome. Then looking for sponsors and for patronage. Does any one of us will any one of us be available to make some tentatives on this a very worth activity? Okay, so this will be
After the beginning of next year, I will be available to help. a lot.
Okay, great. So, GUI. And okay, media partners. Is any one of us having contacts with some of these headers, Space News, Space Com, Space Daily, and some YouTubers and so on?
I mean, I do. Again, I'd have to ask permission, but I let me see if I can. I'll add that to the pile.
Okay, great. Thank you. Okay. I think preliminary webinars, we have worked on that. For the website, I think, yeah, Cheryl can give help too. And yeah, another work is our newsletters. When we come out with a newsletter, we have to advertise it on all the platforms and so on. So this will be a work to be shared, I think, and maybe Steve can help announcing our newsletters around on X and other platforms. Okay, our promotional statements. I'll show you what we have so far. I try to do it. Yes, I have to get back to the website. Okay, so these are things that we will, I think, we can use for writing newsletters, explaining each one of these slogans. What is that, Gui? Piece of cake. Piece of cake. Yes, great. So, of course, the topic of quality of life. Quality of life needs space. We'll explain why and how. Support HI, that is human intelligence everywhere. We prefer go around the world looking for human intelligences rather than rely completely on artificial intelligence. Stop disturbing Gaia. She's giving birth with all those bombs. Gaia is giving birth to a solar society, and she's very disturbed by all this stupid wars, nonsense wars. So we call for stop all wars, immediate ceasefire everywhere. Stop disturbing Gaia now. Make space and love, not war. We speak for the settlers. Yeah, Speak for the Settlers was the title of a flyer we have given to Copos some months ago. And because, yeah, we wrote that we are against any possible new colonialism. The basic concept is that the space resources belong to the settlers. And not we don't want new forms of colonialism going there, grabbing resources and bring them on Earth. We don't need that. That will only increase the pressure on the Earth's surface. Space resources should be used to develop space infrastructure and be the benefit and property of the settlers. So this is an important concept that I think we can enhance with our Congress. Another thing that is not written there but is present in the call for papers and in the manifesto, that we are definitely in favor of the on-air model to build rotating habitats in free space better than cities on planetary surfaces. The reason is very easy to understand, because we can have simulated gravity, and to avoid too quick changes in human physiology that will be
Yeah.
part of health problems, not only but also social problems and new divisions among the different shapes of human beings and so on. So we have elaborated a lot on this point, and we can talk about that. And I think with our Congress to light a spot on this concept, as we already did in 2021, but now we have to reinforce it and go ahead. Well, there are several other topics that can be controversial, but to be controversial is good because we will stimulate discussion. We have to think about space-to-space vehicles more than a vehicle that take off from Earth, goes to Mars and land on Mars, then take off from Mars and come back and land on Earth. Even for the traffic to the moon and to the Lagrange points, it will be better to have space-to-space vehicles assembled in orbit. So maybe the research and development should split in two big dimensions and categories. And one is from Earth to orbit, and the other one is from Earth orbit to Moon orbit to Mars orbit and other things, yeah.
Wait, Brian O'Leary was my professor at Cornell before he became the assistant to Jerry O'Neill.
Yeah, okay. So
I've been in that idea of rotating habitats for the past 50 years.
I see. Very interesting. And so I think that yeah, some of our topics, the Congress topics, should be more made evident, like the ones I said before, space to space.
We have difficulties because 4 or 5 months ago, I was at a meeting with the French head of the Thales company, and they could be very active, but the organizer of the conference prevented me from asking the question about making a large space station.
Yeah.
I was blocked by the organizers to raise the subject, so it is difficult to speak with the industry.
Yes, so start working with simulated gravity is the most important thing.
Yes.
We have a big, very heavy delay on that. So, okay. Where were we before? Okay, newsletters, I say the promotional statements, electoral committee. Okay, some of us want to be part of the electoral committee. Not too many, not all together.
Which committee did you say?
Electoral committee, to take care of the candidates for president, candidates for directors, board directors.
We had, I don't know how this translates, but in French, élection Prié-Jacon, for those who understand French.
Election?
Prié-Jacon. Elections are traps for stupid people.
Yes, definitely. Okay, so last question. Nobody expert of YouTube and Google ADS advertising here? No, that's a very very hard thing to find out. Okay. Well, I think we made a good amount of work here today, so I'm very happy. And if we don't have any other thing, I think we can close this meeting. Anything more? Okay, so we can close. Thank you very much, everybody, for joining, chatting, and working. And see you next time. I think we'll hold at least another meeting, at least another meeting of the volunteers within the end of the year. Could be maybe November or so. And yeah.
So Adriano, I dropped the 3 abstracts into the chat.
Okay.
And shared it with everybody. And there's an update for Oasis, but that can be done in the fullness of time. All right. Talk to you folks later.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
And, so now I have work to do.
Ad astra.
Ad astra. Okay, so Adriano, it's peace, P-E-A-C-E, piece of cake to promote the Apollo-Soyuz spirit.
Very good.
So it's, do you know about French cooking? Pastry. Yes. There is.
I like very much cooking. It's
yes. So after the birthday cake for Eileen Collins, that's where the piece of cake ID came. So I want to send the information through to all the IEF members. Of course, to all the Space Renaissance to relay. I have hundreds and thousands of personal contacts. We have 50,000 reunions in the world that will, in the whole world, that will receive the announcement for piece of cake. And we have not, we don't go to leaders or things like this, but address individuals. Make a cake.
Yes.
And your family, tell your neighbors, tell your local industries, and do it local. Do you know in America, you know, when I was at Cornell, we had the May Day demonstration to block the bridges in Washington to stop the war in, in Vietnam. I was part of the organizers at Cornell. We had 1 year of training and preparation for the demonstration. And students came from all America and sit on the bridges in Washington.
I see.
The police came and they were sitting with their arms out, and the police was taking them in trucks and putting them in stadiums away. No violence, no resistance to control ID and things like this. And this is where the preparation happened. Because all the people who had trained said, okay, sitting on the bridges in Washington doesn't serve anything. But the war in Vietnam, when you go home, you're going to tell your parents, your family, your neighbors, and things like this. It's not the things that and the posters that you can have in Washington that were useful, but what you do when you go home. So this is the kind of spirit I want with a piece of cake. So ordinary people.
I have to tell you something. In Italy, 1 month ago, more or less, maybe a little bit more, 1.5 months ago, they made a pasta antifascista. It is, you know, pasta, no? Italian pasta, spaghetti.
Yes.
So they made a lot of cooking in the streets, in the squares and so on, and they call it pasta antifascista, pasta against fascism.
Yeah.
And a lot of people was doing the same thing you are saying, to cook and to share this common sentiment to protest against fashion in all of its expressions, that we have too many in the world today. Okay. However, okay.
Yes. You know, um, of course, yes. You know Rick Tomlinson. Rick Tomlinson.
Ah, Rick Tomlinson.
Yes.
Okay.
25 years ago, he gave me one of the coils of O'Neill's mass driver.
Okay. Yeah.
As a reward, which is in my home here.
Good. Oh,
and he wrote a paper 2 years ago. No, Rick Tomlinson gave a webinar with Space Renaissance.
Yes, he did. And I will ask him to do it even this year, even now. I will ask him.
So I translated that and distributed that in France. And in his Space Renaissance webinar, he said, we have a problem with politicians and with industry leaders, not the engineers, but the leaders, because in their mind, they are 1 century late. Their ideas are ideas of 1 century ago.
Yeah.
We have advanced people and innovative people who are doing things, but they are not the decision makers or the politicians.
Yeah. Okay, good.
Okay, thank you very much. I'm going to sleep because what time is it here? Oh, it's almost 1 in the morning.
Let's go ahead.
Okay, and thank you very much. And thank you for all what you are doing.
Bye-bye. Ad astra.
Okay, and after January, I'll be ready to help you.
Yes.